Last time on Coralthea, Waking Fates, our heroes had began to discuss what their next steps were going to be in this crazy world as they just got their brand new home. Kayth, of course, put forward the mysterious island. Why don't we go there, friends? And Fizzi, of course, worried about home, put forth that maybe he'd like to go see his family. After some discussion back and forth, it seemed like they were going to go to the island and stay in Tapas. But then Fizzi had a change of heart and decided, no, I want to see how my family is doing. So they went to go to the temple to see if Brother Alric could use a sending spell in order to reach his family. During so, they found out that Dagon was actually doing some work and picking up some goods at the harbor. Instead of using the sending spell, Fizzi realized, I did send a letter. Maybe a letter has come back. Let's go check. So the group left to the harbor to go find out if the mail had shown up. They saw Dagon. They reminisced with him for a little while. And then Dagon was there to pick up his supplies for the temple. It was a huge box, 3 times the size of him. And everyone said, oh my gosh, Dagon, how are you going to carry that? He says, no worries, I've got it. Gets behind the box, lifts it up with ease, and everyone's surprised. Everyone's surprised at Dagon's strength. And as the box moves forward, they realize Dagon's not even touching the box itself. And everyone says, how are you doing that, Dagon? And he says, oh, well, I just cast a spell. It's called a man's floating disc or something. And immediately, Moss is filled with anger and jealousy as this kid who's been reading books for maybe 3 weeks has already learned more magic than she has. And she immediately starts trying to yell out things that she's good at too. She can do things like, that thunder wave thing. You saw it. It was really cool. I almost, killed my friends with it. And Dagon says, well, you've also killed my family with it. An immediate regret comes over Moss's face. And RaRa says, how about I take it to the end of the harbor?
Big Sister RaRa was there to save the day.
As RaRa and Dagon made their way back into Tapas while the 3 of you stood there and waited for the letter. Eventually finding out, a letter did come back from Fizzi's family. Afterwards, the 4 of you met back up near the Grand Plaza and read Fizzi's family's letter aloud. Many of you, right off the rip, said, wow, Fizzi has a really nice and happy family. I wonder what that's like. And we all learned that Fizzi had a really nice family and that there isn't anything in particular they say is wrong, but some weird things have been happening. They're not quite sure. So Fizzi has decided, Fizzi said he would like to still go to Seabreeze and see his family to make sure everything's okay because his mom's got her wand out, which usually means it might be serious.
Serious business.
After that, you all decided to try and find out how you would make it to Seabreeze. Would you charter a boat from the harbor master, or would you find a private sailor to be able to take you? But before you could do that, Fizzi was bumped into and almost fell over. And the other person he bumped into almost fell over. And you met a man named Hammond, a ruggedly older human male who had a cowboy hat, a duster, and some cowboy boots with the spurs.
They're on the roost.
With the spurs. Smash.
And you guys got to talking to him a little bit, and he seemed perfectly fine. But then he said that he might maybe do jobs that involves killing people. And then asked if it were bad people, he said sometimes. Then asked if it were good people, he says sometimes. Or no, he said maybe. Sorry, maybe. And once that happened, Moss immediately went into super Jackal Spy mode and was like, we need to know what this guy's doing.
Pull out her magnifying glass.
Pull out a magnifying glass and followed him to the harbor master, where he was to pick up a package for his next job details. This is Moss, as she describes what's going on. His job details. You guys followed him to the harbor master. You heard on the inside he was picking up his package. And then as the door opened, you all were standing there as you were listening in on the conversation. And then pretended to be normal as he obviously realized you were following him.
Bro, I rolled like a 25 for that performance check. I was normal. 28. All right.
He then said to the rest of you, okay, good day. I hope you have a good time doing whatever you're doing. And he left. And as you all went inside to ask the harbor master when you could take a boat to Seabreeze, he said there would be one leaving in the morning. However, it does have a stop it needs to make before making it to Seabreeze, so it would take a little longer. But if you waited 2 days, you could take a ship that's going directly to Seabreeze. He said, however, it would still be the exact amount of time before you're to Seabreeze, but you would be on a boat for less time. So before committing to that, you guys went to go check on some other private sailors to see if they could take you to Seabreeze. And the 3 that you could find all said no, either they weren't able to accommodate a trip like that, or they had already or else they had already been hired by someone else and could not fulfill the request. So you went back to the harbor master and bought tickets for the bought passage. No, we're given passage. I forgot. He owed you a favor. On the boats to Seabreeze in 2 days. And then you all returned back to your home and decided to do a little bit of research. Moss, Fizzi, and Kayth all went to the library to read on some subjects, while RaRa went to her ballroom to have a conversation with Seraphine, where we learned a quite tragic and sad backstory about Seraphine.
She's on probation.
And RaRa then told her she is now on probation. And the rest of you were studying in the library, and Moss started to read some things that seemed to maybe start clicking with her a little bit. And as she tried to remember why, it all floated away in her head, and she was unable to realize why any of it seemed important. But she learned some name, a name that was Thierek Mull? Not quite sure. Not quite sure what that is.
Happy May the 4th.
So, who are these elven tourists? Is Hammond here? Is Hammond here to kill someone? Is our party actually going to leave for Seabreeze in 2 days? Is Fizzi's family safe? Find out tonight on this episode of Coralthea.
He left it out.
I need you to remove it from your throat.
For we'll rise, their fates entwined, brave and bold. Through the storm and through the night, we'll carve our path, we'll claim our right. With hearts of fire and minds so clear, we'll chase our dreams, our time is here. From humble beginnings, our journey's begun. We'll fight as one till the battle's won.
Wonder who it's from.
Hey guys, we are back. And also, don't forget that on last episode, Marin and RaRa had their little teen romance drama dance. And the whether they will they, won't they. So we'll see how that develops over this adventure. So, as we left off, you guys had been, Kayth, Fizzi, and Moss have been researching in the library for some time now. And RaRa, you had gotten done talking with Seraphine. After that conversation, I don't think it was said what you were doing next.
I said I went to my room.
You did. You did say what your room. Okay. So, RaRa, you've been up in your room for a little while. Kayth, Fizzi, and Moss, you guys had been reading for probably maybe 2 hours or so. But that is where we will pick up tonight. So, what's going on, guys?
How easy is the roof access, actually? You have a ladder to the roof, or is it...
You have wings.
I know, I'm just asking.
Kayth has a ladder that got attached to his outside of his bedroom as a fire escape. So if you wanted one of those,
that's smart.
Yeah, I hang out in my room for a little while, then I cut through Kayth's room and climb up to the roof.
Kayth, is your room locked or unlocked?
Absolutely locked.
You try to go into his room and it's locked.
I picked the lock.
All right, do you have a lockpicking set?
I watched Kayth do this 1,000 times.
Do you have a lockpicking set?
In this place.
Do you have
No.
thieves tools?
No. I got a hairpin though.
Now, thieves' tools are a required thing to have to buy to pick locks with. So if you're gonna just use a bobby pin, it's gonna be a lot harder. And you would just be rolling with dex probably. You don't get to add. It's not like sleight of hand. It'll just be dex.
Can't you just like open your window and fly?
You probably could. At 18, it's probably just a regular lock. That probably would open it.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
But there's obvious signs that someone picked into it.
A can hits you.
Oh yeah, I leave the door open.
Can hits her on the face and rattles.
That is a known thing. A can falls and hits you on the head. And you'll hear crash, 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 crash. Ding, 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 ding.
In his own house, this guy's crazy.
You're in the quiet library, which is your room's on the other side of the house, though.
Yeah, it's far.
It is on the
right
opposite.
up the staircase.
It's the opposite side of the library.
It's right up the staircase, though.
Right, but there's 1, 2 doors, so it would be really difficult. I would say you wouldn't hear it all the way from the library. But it's definitely a system that when you get back, you'll know someone was in there.
Someone was in my room. This is why I put cans up everywhere. No privacy.
I ignore everything. Actually, does he have any books or anything out on the desk, Carter?
Well, there's a map table that's like his reading desk / cartography table.
She just goes through and just opens everything to like a middle page, and then we'll go out and climb up the ladder.
A menace.
Menace.
Like pulls the drawers out like an inch each.
All right, you do that, and you eventually climb out of the window, and you're on the fire escape and can make it to the roof. My question is, do you go out there, stand on the fire escape, and then just fly to the roof, or do you climb the ladder or the stairs?
No, I'll use the ladder.
Okay, you do that.
Is the gargoyle up here?
You do not see him.
Okay, sweet. I find a nice little nook that I can sort of lay down and enjoy the afternoon.
Sure, easy enough. You do that. And then Kayth, Fizzi, and Moss, you guys have been in here studying for quite some time. What are you guys up to now? It's probably about 5 or 6-ish.
I'm bored.
Well, what do you want to do?
We could go check the first one.
This
The
anymore.
clipboard.
I
We
would
could-
do literally anything but this.
I can think of 2 things. 1, we try to find this Hammond fellow and we stalk him. 2,
Ooh.
we go and find out what these elven tourists are doing into town. And then 3, we gamble.
I would do literally anything but this. And I stand up.
I vote for Hammond. What the hell is his name?
Hammond, as in the hamster in Overwatch who turns into a ball.
Okay.
Swings around, knocks you off the map.
Yeah.
Real annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Drop
I vote for
mine.
Hammond.
Okay, there we go.
Sounds good.
3 of you just leave all your books there, or do you put them away?
Yeah, we just all suddenly
Leave 'em.
stand up, walk out of the room.
Yep, set it down on the way. Actually, Fizzi would put his back.
Thank you. But all right, you guys will leave the library. Where do you go?
Guess, well, we should try to see if he's staying at a room at the Sailor's Rest. Probably.
Yeah, we should probably get RaRa first.
She seemed in a brooding mood, but I don't know where she is. I check the ballroom real quick since we're right next to the ballroom.
It's just Seraphine in there, currently like cleaning. Dusting.
Seraphine, have you seen RaRa?
Oh, she was in here a few hours ago. I believe she said. I believe she said. I believe she said she was going to head upstairs and rest.
Okay. I walk upstairs. Is my door open?
Your door's open.
Is the can on the ground?
Yeah, for sure.
I grab my bow, pull it out. I slowly walk to the door. clear all the sides.
You do that.
Someone was in here.
Yeah, it was probably RaRa, since she's the only
check
one
under-
of us missing.
I check under the bed.
Very logical.
And check under the bed. It's whatever was there before.
You're being ridiculous. It's definitely RaRa.
Why would she break into my room?
I don't know. What's special about your room?
I have this cool ladder.
Ah!
She can.
That's
Why would
probably
she
it.
need that? She can fly.
That's what I was about to say. But why would she need that? She could just open up her window and fly.
I start going up the ladder.
All my books are halfway through.
No, that definitely wasn't RaRa. She doesn't like reading. Somebody else has been in here.
Well, you'll climb up the ladder, and whoever goes up there, you will eventually see RaRa is sort of like laying, like sort of just resting in like one of the. Did you go to a shaded spot or like a sunny spot?
Probably a sunny spot.
Yeah, you guys just see RaRa basking in the sun on the roof.
Hi, RaRa.
Hey,
we're
RaRa.
bored. Do you want to stalk Hammond with us? Because he's a bad guy.
Why is he a bad guy? He just showed up.
He
We don't know
kills
anything.
people.
That person.
Just because he's a bad guy.
Kayth kills people too.
That's true.
That's true.
I don't have any qualms.
I'm
I just thought-
confused now.
There
But
was three.
he kills good people, he said.
He said maybe, didn't he?
If you're not killing good people, you're not answering with maybe.
That's a very valid point.
Thank you, Fizzi.
What about this Hammond person? What, do you want to stalk him?
Yeah.
We're just bored.
Or there were two other options if you want to hear
There
those.
was
I'm
gamble,
good with whatever.
and then there was find out whatever these elven tourists are doing in town, because that seemed interesting. Why are they sailing out into the middle of the water right now during high tide?
They're probably going to your island, Kayth.
What the fuck? Not before me.
If I had to
See what
guess,
you're doing?
Do you guys think it's like some elven thing where the elves are drawn to the island?
You're an elf.
I'm
Dude,
drawn to the
he's on to
island.
the island.
Dude, all the elves in the middle of the night just go, take me to the island.
Go to the island. Why would you let
I
me
must
go?
go to the island.
If a butterfly lands on Kayth's nose, we'll
A
know
butterfly
for sure.
has landed on my nose. Maybe, okay. How about this, guys? I have an idea. It's probably the best idea we'll have ever heard. Let's go back to the docks, hang out a little, see if we see any weird things, salty daggers, weird, sketchy cowboys, and see if we can get any information on these elves.
That's a possibility. Like I said, I heard some sailors talking about the tide being unusually high. Maybe they went in for a drink. Maybe the salmon guy went in for a drink. We could kill two birds with one stone
Yeah.
by going in
Speaking
for a
of-
drink.
DM, would I know anything about that when the tide being unnaturally high when RaRa mentioned that? With my background.
You would know that high tide is a thing. But you would be like, you know, water, and you know
Yeah.
the
Oh
how the
shit!
sea,
This guy knows water.
how the sea reacts and what it's like here on the East Coast. But for sailors or people to say it was special in some way or weird, you're not sure why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of the salty daggers, that reminds me, wasn't there a guy that was gonna be assassinated and we sort of just told the guards and hoped it was all right? Whatever
That
happened to that?
was like a week ago or more.
Yeah, but we didn't get any check-in or any resolution to that. Did we?
You didn't.
I don't
You
think
just,
so.
like, you just said, "Here's the information. I'm going to bed." That 100% happened.
So maybe, I don't know. I'd like to see what happened with that as well. If we can add that to the
we could,
document of whatever shenanigans we do tonight.
Yeah. We could check on that before we head down to wherever we're going.
Seems like RaRa wants to go to the Sailor's Rest at some point tonight.
Well, I'm sure there's more bars in town we could go to, but Sailor's Rest is, where sailors might rest.
Why
That's
wouldn't
true.
we go to the Sailor's Rest? Why would you even suggest a different place?
I don't know where these other sailors might be that are talking about high tides.
That might be a good place to start.
So the barracks are on the way. We can talk to what? What's the handsome guy's name? Captain Darius.
The handsome guy.
Captain
The
Darius.
hand-
Yeah. What about him?
I got it right?
His name is Captain Darius. Yeah, Darius Helm.
Dude, I'm so proud of you.
We can check in on our way over, and then, maybe we can ask around at the local pubs what this high tide means to sailors around here. And maybe there'll be some elves around that are like, we're day sailing.
To the island.
Hey.
Okay, so let's go.
We go.
Okay. Before
We go down the fire escape.
Before you guys leave, Ven is currently outside, walking around, and catches you guys going down the ladder, and yells out, "Oh, excuse me. A letter arrived.
For me?
No, it just it just says to the Stormbreakers."
Is it
So
where
that could
is
count
it
as
written
me.
in? Is it written in ominous font?
It's an envelope. I didn't open it.
You can open it, Moss.
I
Yeah.
got a letter.
You just got a letter. You just got a
I
letter.
slide
You just
down the
got a
ladder
letter.
all the
I
way.
wonder who it's from.
And
I just glide down to the
snatch
ground.
Nice.
the letter.
I'm gonna do a superhero roll.
Moss,
Roll
you
for
are.
roll.
Fizzi's just
Go ahead.
gonna do normal, I guess.
Fizzi's
Look at
Fizzi's got this all filled up. He's like, yeah, no. It just climbs down.
Someone put time and effort into this ladder, and I am gonna use it.
I'm gonna use this ladder. Moss, you get the letter. Ven hands it to you, and he'll head off, and you'll take it. You'll open it up, and you'll open it, and it's a piece of paper, probably about this size, small.
Does anything look scary about it?
It's a plain white piece of paper, and on it, it just says. Sorry. Oh goodness.
Whoa.
Sorry.
It's the Ron Weasley envelope.
It just says. It says. Grand Plaza. And then under it, you see a small drawing of a flower. And then dash W.
I don't think this is for me. I hand it to Kayth and I walk away.
I read it. What does it say?
No way. I'm not.
She didn't
No
read
way.
it out loud. What
Grand
is it?
Plaza flower drawing W.
W.
Signed W.
Oh, this is Whisper, I think.
Oh.
This seems like this seems very interesting. Do we want to put other plans on hold? Did it give a time?
Well, I mean, if
I mean,
you
we
want,
can head there
because
now and see.
the barracks are right there. She probably doesn't want us all to show up, right? Like she's only made contact with you.
It's addressed to the Stormbreakers.
Let's all go.
Okay. Beats reading books.
Beats reading books. That's wonderful. All right.
Is there a time on there, or like a code for a time?
Nope. When have
Thieves
you
can't.
ever known mysterious types to be on time? Or have any
It's
sense
a real
of-
ambush
any sense
situation.
of schedule?
DM, does anything about this piece of paper suggest that there might be like invisible ink? Or I don't know. I'm just curious now.
Sorry, what did you just ask?
Never mind.
No,
Does it-
ask your question.
Yeah, what was it? Say it again.
Does it just look like a regular piece of paper, or like if we hold it up to the light, is there like invisible ink that shines through?
You know, there isn't this time, David, but there will be next time now. Just because I wanted that to be true.
Okay.
But okay, so you guys want to go to the Grand Plaza?
Yep.
To the salon.
All right, you guys will head to the Grand Plaza. And as you do, you'll notice. Well, it's the same day, so there's not much different about how it was earlier, except that the sun's, coming down soon, and people are sort of out and about and more lively as the night's beginning to come, and people may have even started drinking now at this point. And you guys will make your way towards the Grand Plaza. Two things as you guys get near the Grand Plaza. You will hear a familiar strumming
Hot Bard.
as there is a gathering
It
of
could be the-
people.
Dirty man, too.
Well, there is a gathering of people. You will notice a familiar, beautiful blonde
Hobart.
man
Oh my god, this
know-
fucking guy.
who you know as Hotbard.
Don't be wooed by his treacherous siren songs.
Of course not. Why would we be wooed by his siren songs?
I don't know.
He's
You looked pretty
alluring.
wooed the last time you saw him.
I wasn't wooed.
As you guys get closer, you start to be wooed.
DM, what happens if I look at him with the spyglass or the spyglass?
I don't know. Would you like to do that?
I would love to
Doesn't
do
the spy-
that.
Doesn't the spyglass just slow things down? Doesn't.
So you take a spyglass and you go to look at this Hotbard. There doesn't seem to be anything different about him. Seems the same as you look at him with the spyglass.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get a
I
little
gotta-
closer.
I gotta say it,
Oh.
RaRa. This
What about
music is
anything
kind of
around him?
alluring.
What are you? No, he's wooing you with
I sway back and forth.
charms and spells.
Can I
Fizzi,
insight
you
check
don't
this
see any
Hobart?
magic. What are you inciting?
This is-
I want to see if they're authentic. Like,
This is my favorite song. Top 10, topest charts.
If they're here to do bad things. I don't
Cam,
trust
I
him.
would like you to tell me what's up with this man.
Yeah, what's going on with this guy?
I would say no to the insight check.
Because he's hiding secrets and you don't want me to know. I get closer.
Every person Moss looks at.
Secrets.
Secrets. You guys all get a little closer and watch him perform.
I'm
Yeah,
looking.
I don't think it's really that great. RaRa. I get a little closer.
Don't do it.
I'm looking for ne'er-do-wells in the crowd, going through the crowd, trying to stay a little stealthy, trying to get my eyes on
Get your eyes on what?
the girl that I saw that identified herself.
This rain is really taking it out on everyone, huh?
It's that farm life.
Yeah, it's rough.
I can hear you guys perfectly fine. So, hello? I would like to bob and weave through the crowd and try to identify the girl named as the Whisper stealthily.
You can give me a perception check.
Can I
Fizzi,
roll
what are you
stealth
doing?
as well or no?
Fizzi's just gonna watch Kayth.
I'd say there's enough in the. No.
Oh
Okay,
wow!
Because I rolled a natural 20 on the perception check.
This is Kayth trying to be. This is Kayth trying to be stealthy while listening to the hot bard. Make sure you guys are quiet,
But
okay? Keep your eyes about.
But I see everything.
So Kayth is dancing while trying to look around the Grand Plaza. And Kayth, as you're looking around, you constantly see people walk by, and you sort of have a lay of the land pretty well. You know sort of where people are gathering and where people aren't. But you're gonna notice something. Over on a far end of the plaza, you will see a stone bench up against the side of a building. And you'll see a drawing against the wall. And it's a flower. The same flower
Sort of.
from the letter.
I sort of move over that way.
Are we
Going
following
over-
him?
Going over here, guys. You guys see, Kayth points out a spot and dances that way.
I guess I'll follow.
Fizzi's gonna walk over.
Kayth does the robot all the way there. But eventually you guys will walk over and make it to the... As you guys get further from Hot Bard, the music's not as wooing, but, it's still there, it is. But you guys will make your way to the bench. You guys now stand probably about 10, 15 feet from it, and you clearly see the flower painted on one side... Sorry, yes, drawn on one side of the bench. RaRa.
I'm looking for anything.
Oh, I thought Joey was about to say something.
I said I catch up.
Oh, you do that.
Looking for any thieves' cant. Looking for anything. Just a piece of paper on the bench, or it's painted on the bench?
So on the wall above the bench is drawn a flower, and as you get closer, you realize the stem is actually an arrow pointing down at the bench.
I look underneath the bench for, a cachet real quick.
You don't see
And
anything.
then I'll sit down. I'll sit in the bench.
You sit on the bench.
And I look for
This
this.
is no time to sit down. Aren't we looking for people?
Once you're 250 years old, sometimes you just need a little bit of a sit down.
Yeah, Fizzi will sit down too.
My God,
Old
these
people.
old guys.
Both of you old people. So Fizzi and Kayth, you guys are sitting on the bench. RaRa and Moss, you guys are just standing there with him.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah,
should sit
calling
on the
them
bench.
old.
I don't want to sit on the bench.
Yeah, we're trying to find somebody. This is no time to rest.
I think that she wants us to sit on the bench.
Why do you think that?
I point at the flower. It's pointing at the bench. And I already looked for
Maybe-
something.
How do you know you looked hard enough? How do you know what you're looking for?
It's a bench. There's not that many places to hide things.
I would like to look at this bench.
Does a 360 walk around to this bench?
I'm checking every nook and cranny of this bench.
Moss takes the next 10 minutes ritually investigating this bench.
I look around to see if there's anybody looking at Moss looking at this bench.
I would say you've seen some people who are like, what is she doing?
Oh, look
Yeah,
at
but
the
is there
bench.
is there anybody in hooded cloaks that look like Kayth that's looking at Moss looking at this bench?
Kayth, probably.
You can give me a perception check.
Oh. Oh.
We just got a letter.
Did somebody
Oh,
count the natural 1 and the natural
Yes,
20 Kayth got? Okay,
I
just making
did.
sure.
Fake
RaRa,
man, you don't even check your
you're...
own chat.
I can't look at all 8
Yes, they did.
at the same time. All right, RaRa, you're looking around and seeing if anybody's watching Moss. You don't see anybody watching Moss. You're just like, huh. You look up. You don't see anything. And then...
And I'm like, where would Kayth be? And I look in the shadows. Damn.
And, you don't see anyone.
I rolled a natural 20. I didn't see this bitch.
You were looking for the bench and looking
I was
around.
looking for her!
You said specifically, I'm looking for ne'er-do-wells.
I'm looking for the lady
And
named Whisper.
And what you found was the flower.
I look around, DM.
Oh, now you
Oh,
want to look around.
I'm joking.
I hop up on the back of the bench and I perch. I perch on the back of the bench.
Moss, you'll do a thorough investigation of this bench.
But I'm suspicious of that corner over there where the shadows are.
You thoroughly investigate this bench and don't find anything.
His bench is dead end. Okay. Should we go?
Can you sit down on the bench for 2 seconds?
Or sit down crisscross applesauce on the ground.
I
That'd
sit
chill
on
him.
the
That'd-
bench.
That'd really teach them a lesson.
Just then, the four
Ah!
of you will hear a voice.
From the shadows that I thought.
You just hear a voice. The four of you. Hello, Stormbreakers. I believe you've been looking for me.
A little
I mean-
bit.
Kayth has.
Who are you
Well-
again?
She's the Whisper.
I have more important things to do. I tried to look for you the other day, and you were like, no, I'm too mysterious, and I'm going to run away from you. I'm just talking out loud into the plaza.
Well, you now have my attention. I am the Whisper, and I'm here for whatever you need. How can I help you?
I hear you're the one with the information about the underbelly of this city that we are in currently.
I certainly know a few things. Is there anything in particular you're trying to find out?
There's been a lot of chaotic things happening in Tapas recently. I was wondering if there was any unknown forces besides the regular players that have come into Tapas recently. Not Salt Blades or not Heat Hand, but maybe another power that you may be aware of.
That was not very specific.
I'm just wondering if there's any new players to Tapas that are not of the regular sort. Anyone that seems to come off as dangerous.
Essentially, you're just looking for tips then, rather than
Given that
information on something specific.
Is there a new player in town? I think that's pretty specific.
Honey, there's always new
Oh, I
players.
just wanted to make sure you were okay when you jumped down an elevator shaft.
Have you heard
I
of anybody
appreciate your
named?
concern.
Have you heard of anyone named Voice of Reason?
I think I've heard it thrown around. Not really quite sure what it is.
I want all the information I can on the. That's information I care about currently.
If we have a nice meeting over drinks instead of talking here in the open about the voice of reason.
Oh, I assure you, no one can hear us. And I don't usually meet for drinks until after payment. Can't be too careful nowadays, seeing as my last job almost got me killed. Because I
Given we
trusted
saved
them.
you from that last job.
Honey, I easily could have saved myself. You just happen
Oh.
to be a coincidence.
That's what they all say.
Oh, really?
I've been in Tapas a lot longer than you have. And I've been doing this a lot longer than you have. Who just opened
Joey's
up Mission
starting
Impossible puzzle? Joey's over here playing a puzzle game.
Stop. I was trying to change the chat back and now I can't get rid of this.
You gotta quit the activity. Bottom right.
Old people, am I right?
Kill 'em all, I say.
Oh, people, am I right? Oh, shit.
We believe that this.
Anyway.
This character has come into Tapas somewhat recently, and we don't think it's good for Tapas. There might be, the Shattered Coin. What is the other criminal? I don't mean to disrupt.
Broken coin, salt daggers, bloodied hands.
The
Right now-
five-fold flame?
That's something else.
That is something else.
I think.
Oh, wait a
Might be
minute.
part of
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Sorry, I can read. Never mind that.
But the Stormbreakers are trying to protect against this individual currently, and she seems to be a danger to Tapas as a whole, just for the legal abiding citizens. So that's the information I'm looking for.
Well, I'm nothing but resourceful. I'm sure I can find you some information. However, it's not going to come cheap. Especially if this is someone that the great Stormbreakers are chasing.
Great. That's a joke.
Are you able to pay?
Is there a discount for rescuing from a sticky situation? Quid pro quo? I remember being a thief, and quid pro quos for saving someone's life were pretty great. But maybe
suppose
we
if
had
you
more
done
honor
that, then yeah.
back then.
I
Well, how
suppose
much?
if you had saved my life, then maybe.
It certainly did. How much?
Are you really bargaining with this person, Kayth? It doesn't seem worth it. She obviously didn't want our help, and we don't need hers.
I'd have to charge you about 750 gold.
We can look ourselves, thanks.
Hey, you came to me
You sent us a letter.
because you were looking for me.
One of us
For
was.
me. I didn't even remember who the heck you were. The whole time I've been sitting here trying to place your voice.
Well, that's how I like it.
If 750 is the only thing we do, then I think we've did our business.
I'm sorry you turned into a robot. Could you repeat?
Obi said that.
If 700 gold is the best you can do, then I think then we.
Well, when and if you need my help again, I will surely lend you what I can.
If you ever need our help, getting out of a sticky situation again, I'm not sure how you would contact us, but we'll be here, doing our job, probably. Saving random children in dark towers surrounded by 7 men.
You saved a child surrounded by 7 men?
Oh! Yeah, that was you.
Hmm.
For trusting them. And I stand up from the bench.
Well,
All right, to the barracks we go, I guess.
I look in
Bye.
the general direction of where she's hidden because I'm
And,
close.
Just
really
one more
close.
thing. Just one more thing, Whisper. You better hope that one day the Stormbreakers don't need to come after you for something other than.
You hero types. Always thinking everyone's a bad guy.
I didn't think you were a bad guy.
Are you a
But you're
bad
not
guy?
very helpful either.
I mean, you're one decision away from being a hero yourself, so everybody is. I hop off the bench.
In my line of work,
Yeah.
the heroes always finish last.
Can they hear even when they get up off the bench?
These are all said like right before you get up, but once anyone's not near or on the bench, you can't. There's no communication anymore.
Okay, this was really fun and really a big waste of time. Talk to you. Hopefully
No,
never.
tell her never, Kate. Yeah, Moz, tell her
You
never.
called me Kayth. Don't ever do it
I know.
again.
Sorry.
I stand up.
Before you get up, she'll say, okay, Moss. Talk to you some other time.
I literally said that you wouldn't. She can't even hear. I walk away.
All right, you guys get up and walk away.
Oh man, have we met anybody since Dagon that hasn't been an asshole?
I mean, they got.
Mithras, I
No,
guess.
we haven't.
Really? No one?
Mithras was after.
Mm-hmm. One Orman was also after.
One Ore Man cheated, and we kept it a secret to preserve his legacy and the legend of One Ore Man.
He wasn't an
Yes.
asshole, first of all. There have been many people.
Can you give me a thumbs up?
See? What are you guys off to do now?
Barracks.
Barracks.
All right, you guys will head off to the barracks. The sun will probably set by this time, but you will make it there. Head on inside.
Can we power walk to make it before full sunset? Just to make sure that the captain is still at his desk.
Yeah.
Sure. You guys will make it to the barracks, and you'll actually notice that Captain Darius is about to walk into his office.
Oh,
He sees you guys, and
Hurry before he closes the door with that woman.
I zip up there.
he sees. Oh, hello, RaRa.
Hi.
Hello, Stormbreakers.
Hello.
Captain.
Hello.
How can I help the four of you?
Are you Captain Darius? Darius Helm of the City Guard?
We
You've been hard at work training the boys today.
What are you doing?
She's going for a rebound, I think. We
A
left you some
rebound?
information the other night about when the wraith attack happened in the square. Gave it to a guard about a hit that was going down on a prisoner release.
Oh, yes, yeah. You guys were able to give us information about Red Eye. There was apparently a some sort of assassination plot to kill Red Eye as he was being released from prison. Because of your information, we were able to change his release date, keep it a lot more secret, and we actually were able to find a leak within our system because of that. So thank you. But Red Eye has since been released, and as we know, still alive. He did ask about what was going on, and he was told that, you know, we were saving his life and wondering who did it. No one said anything, but just know he's probably out there trying to find out who kept him alive.
What was he in prison for?
He was a pirate captain, right?
Red Eye
Yeah.
is the leader of the. Let me get all my stuff back open. Hold on. He's the leader of the Black Anchor.
Pirates.
It's a collection of pirates and marauders and things. They usually keep to them. They usually keep pirates and thieves and marauders and such. They usually operate in the sea mostly. Sometimes they come out on land in various different places. They reach all the way from here to Seabreeze and further.
He's
But,
the head of like all of the pirates.
Yes, correct. Him and his
He
crew
He didn't,
specifically.
he didn't have a death sentence already. Seems like something like if you caught that guy, you'd want him like in a cell forever. You know.
That would be true if he were some sort of serial killer or murderer or bringer of bad things everywhere he goes, but he's not. Like I
Fizzi
said,
built a whole cannon to deal with pirates. I assume they're a problem.
yes, sure, there are pirates that are problems, yes. But the Black Anchor are not a rather troublesome bunch. I mean, sure, they do a small thing here or there, but the most they're ever charged with or found doing is roughing up people in bar fights, or the occasional maybe destruction of property and some stealing, but they're not really known for killing and pillaging. So we tend to not really, you know, they're not as bad as, say, the Salt Blades or even the Silver Serpents. Boy, they're the worst.
Silver serpents?
Yes, and of course there's the Nightshade Syndicate.
Wow, there's just so many,
If
huh?
you've been holding out on us.
Do all of these operate in Tapas?
Well, no, I mean specifically the Salt Blades and the Silver Serpents and the Bloodhands. They specifically operate out of Tapas, and they reach a little bit further to other places, but mostly operate here. The Nightshade Syndicate is actually something that's sort of a problem throughout Lintumia and Laura, and they just happen to be here sometimes, and when they are, we usually have a lot more on our hands, but they don't necessarily operate out of Tapas. And of course, there's the little thieves guild, the Shattered Coin, but they're not as troublesome as the rest of them. They're more of a started group. They haven't been around quite long. But like I said, the Black Anchor aren't really, killers and such. But Red Eye had been in the city for something, and we found him the next day. And this is the first time we ever had to arrest him, as he was arrested for. Let me bring it back up. Let me bring it back up. Well, I mean, it's been a while since we were going to follow this thread. Is this my stuff right here?
Is he?
This is not my stuff. This is not what I'm looking for. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Probably has my stuff. Where are we at? He was arrested for, what did I fucking have? He was arrested for almost beating a man to death, which, again, has never really happened before. The man is okay now, but, when we went to go, essentially, guards had been called because of an altercation. When we arrived, Red Eye was just standing there with his arms up, and the man next to him beaten to a pulp, and, when asked what happened, he didn't say anything other than that he beat him up. And because of that, we locked him up, and no one else came forward as to what really happened. So there was never direct charges brought to him, as when the man came up, or when the man got better, he didn't press charges either. And now 8 months later, he'd been released.
Is he still in town? Do you know?
No, I have no idea. He was released a couple of days ago.
Does he have a boat? Anchor?
He has a crew. I've been told his ship is not anchored, but that doesn't mean that his crew hasn't shown up. They do have many ships within their fleet. They could have pulled in with not his ship itself, but with the high tide, there's been a lot of ships in the harbor.
What's going on with this high tide?
Well, I don't know if you know much about the ocean, but sometimes throughout the year, the water.
I didn't know you fucking.
Usually about once a month.
First of all, I know plenty about the ocean. It's just somebody said that was rude. 1, 2.
I'm just asking.
Somebody said it was unusual. It was unusually high.
I have heard some reports that the water is a little higher than normal. We're not quite sure what to chalk it up to yet. We currently have some people trying to research it. But so far, it's mostly the same as any other high tide. Just
none of the old timers were like, "Whoa, this is what happens when this scary thing happens."
What?
You have old timers, the guy that you're like, you should have hired years ago, hanging around, and he's like, "I don't like these high tides, Captain Darius Helm."
I mean, sure, there are some people who are saying they don't love the high tides, but nobody does when it happens. Like I said, it is a little abnormally high, but not enough to cause too much alarm. We currently have some people researching it and trying to see what the past record of high tide is, to see how much of a difference it is, and if we find something out, we can let you know.
Do you often have large amount of elves touristing in Tapas?
I mean, we're quite northeast of Sorver. Not to say we don't get elves, but you're saying a literal group of elven tourists?
Well, I just heard today that there was groups chartering boats to go out to look at the water, or maybe? I don't know.
This is the
seemed
first time
interesting
hearing
given
of
the
it.
high tide.
It's the first I'm hearing of it. And if they're tourists and don't know about the high tide, I mean, I suppose that's their fault, but any sailor worth his salt is going to be able to, work against the tide and at least be able to keep them safe. Are you worried about the tourists and being in trouble?
No, just curious what they were doing.
I see. Yes, I haven't really heard anything about any elven tourists. It's not quite the sort of reports I get. That would be profiling, and that's not what we do here in Tapas.
Speaking of profiling, Moss says there's a new killer in.
Looks at Moss. A new killer?
Well, I hear sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. That's how it's been explained to me.
Moss, are you
Yeah.
the killer?
No! Look at me! I don't know what you know about killers. See what I did there? But I'm not one.
I didn't think that... Do you have
I think we're gonna
information
go.
on a potential criminal?
I start shuffling the group out of the room. I think we have other things to do.
The good rule of thumb is if you see something, say something.
We will. Thank you.
Am I not allowed to tell him?
Tell him.
It's just a man. You can say, but he's doing his job. It's not like he's killing someone in town.
There's a hitman somewhere. And then I'll walk out.
Okay,
How do
You're
you,
just like a
I'll look
cowboy.
into it.
Bye, Captain Darius.
Goodbye, Stormbreakers.
how do you guys feel about hitching a ride with a bunch of pirates to Seabreeze?
Sebras.
I
Wow.
don't know. Are these pirates interested in coming to get their summer? Or?
You're dead. You're all dead.
I think our next
They may
stop
not
is
like me too much. But I mean, they're not
He kills pirates.
real.
I mean, you have boats in common, right?
Yeah,
And we saved their leader.
And we saved their leader's life.
we did.
I mean, it might be worth trying to find it. I'm curious to what happened.
Go
during
sit
that
on your
fight.
bench and ask where Captain Barbosa is.
I was planning on going to. I start walking to the fucking
I follow.
tavern.
So you guys are making your way to the Sailor's Rest?
Yep.
You think he's just going to be in here drinking? That's crazy.
I think that someone in here might have seen him drinking at some point.
They're all going to be drunk.
Is Marin drunk?
Marin's not going to be drunk. Marin's going to be working like a good little lad.
So an eyewitness to most of the patrons at the bar, he might have noticed
Not if he was being a
I-
shifty character.
a known
You
I
pirate.
think
he
Marin
wouldn't
can see
notice
through
shifty?
shifty characters.
Yes, that's his
Isn't
whole...
that like his job?
Yes.
Does Marin think I'm a shifty character? I look at Moss.
I don't think so. You're not a shifty character.
My mom's maid used to say I was shifty.
I think that you would have to ask Marin then. I don't think you're shifty.
I don't think you're shifty.
I think
Kayth, am I shifty?
you did break into my room today.
Kayth thinks I'm shifty.
Okay, so are we going to the Sailor's Rest?
I assume you guys are west winging it over there.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I would say you guys would make it to the Sailor's Rest. It's as lively as usual. The sun has come down, and the moon is rising, as it's probably about 9-ish, maybe almost 10 now. And you guys will make it inside, and the bar is just as lively as usual, and there is people all around.
Been through the door. Hello, Marin.
You'll take a look and look around the
Doesn't
bar.
he think that
you'll
you left?
You'll see Marin and 2 other bartenders behind the counter, currently serving some people, and he just sort of cleaning a cup.
Oh.
Ooh, hit you with the barely look up. Ooh. You broke that boy's heart.
Stupid.
I slither up to the bar.
Shiftily.
I am
As
staying
shifty
as
as I
far
can.
away from that as possible.
I'm gonna go to one of the other bartenders.
Okay.
And
Fizzi would probably follow Kayth.
Okay. Boss, what are you doing?
I guess I'll just sit down and wait for everyone to get their shit figured out.
Okay. You do that.
Oh, boss, you want to come with?
No.
Okay.
Thanks, though.
So RaRa, you slither up. Kayth and Fizzi, you guys go to the counter to a different bartender. RaRa, what are you doing as you slither up to the counter?
Slither up and I belly up to the bar. And I give Marin a little wave.
Okay. Seems to ignore you a little bit.
I pull out a gold coin and I set it on the bar because I'm here for a drink, like all these other patrons.
Marin will come over. Takes the gold coin. Hi, Marin. Hi, RaRa. Hi, RaRa. What can I get you?
I need something that Moss is going to drink, and I need 2 of them.
So, water or milk?
Ew,
No.
what the fuck?
We gotta get her to drink an alcohol drink, Marin. So I want you to give me your best Moss drink.
I'm pretty positive Moss doesn't drink alcohol.
I've gotten her to take a sip before.
And did she like it?
She loved it.
Looks over towards Moss sitting at the table. Looks down at Kayth and Fizzi at the other bartender. Weren't you supposed to be leaving Tapas?
Yeah, well, the boat doesn't leave for 2 days, I guess. Otherwise, I would have stayed and we could have learned how to make drinks, but I didn't have all the information at the time.
You sure had to leave in a hurry.
I had to leave in a hurry because I told these guys I was running around the docks looking for boats to take us to Seabreeze.
So I'm not the only person you're deceiving.
I made an exception to come see you because I wanted to talk.
Shifty behavior.
Well, RaRa, I'll make you a drink, and I'll just make 2 of them for you for when Moss eventually says she doesn't want it. What do you be having?
Well, Marin, because I'm a person that sticks to my guns, I would like a drink that Moss would like.
Turns around, grabs 2 cups,
Do not put water in those cups.
puts water in 1 cup.
Do not put water in those cups, Marin.
He literally is turning around.
I want you to use your creative alcohol mixing.
He holds the other cup that's empty. The other one has water. He holds 1 cup, the other cup that's empty. Turns around and looks at you. puts a hand on the lever.
Don't do it.
Fills it with water.
I take
And
my
then
gold coin back.
He
I'm
took
not
the
paying
gold. He took
coins.
the gold coin already.
I grab one from another patron.
You're gonna steal gold coin from someone else?
I slide it from the bar to me.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Shift behavior.
She's
stop.
spiraling.
Spiraling. She's gonna be the next Kayth.
I mean, yeah, you steal probably a silver coin from a patron because none of them are just carrying around gold.
A poor old man who just wanted a beverage.
And Marin will come back over, has the 2 glasses of water, something Moss will like, and puts them both in front of you.
You didn't think you could come up with something like a mossy moss?
Last time I came up with a drink, it was a waste of my time.
Oh! Got her!
Punch!
Holy
The peanut gallery is it's a whole nother aspect of this. Kayth and Fizzi at the end of the counter.
They're just. Oh!
I slide the silver towards him. I'm like, this is for this guy's next drink. And I walk away from the
The guy
bar.
says, "Oh, thank you so much. I couldn't find my money. I don't know where I put it." Thank you, young lass. Can I interest you in a drink?
You can't find
Oh, I don't know. If you want to get Marin to send something over to the table, I'm going to be over there.
Oh, Marin, could you get a drink for these folks over here? I'll send him some waters. Good, because that's probably all I can afford. I can't find the rest of my money. Sounds good.
This guy was begging to get stolen from.
RaRa, you don't take the waters?
No.
Marin takes one, drinks it down, takes the other one, hands it to one of the bartenders, they drink it down. RaRa comes over to the table, Moss.
That took forever. Did you find anything out?
RaRa slams her head on the table, puts her hands on her head.
Okay.
I ruined everything.
Whoa. I mean, it's okay if you didn't find anything out.
Find anything about what?
Aren't we here to look for the pirates?
Right. No, I didn't do that either.
Oh. What did you do? Not saying, well, what did you do? I'm genuinely asking what you did.
Ruined everything.
Okay. Do you want to talk about it?
I think I just want to sit here with my head on the table for a second.
Okay. Alone or?
No, that's fine.
Well, that's good because I founded this table.
Thank you. Besides, I'm used to people witnessing me when I fuck up.
I don't know how to respond because you're not giving me anything.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just glad you're here.
Thanks. Did something happen with Marin?
He's really mad at me.
What happened?
Probably at this
Came over
point.
to our place the other day to show me how to make a drink that he designed for me. And then I was in a bad headspace because I was upset about the house. And upset about...
Kayth and Fizzi, you'll probably have gotten your drinks and be walking over to the table during this conversation.
I wasn't going up for drinks, but
Oh, you weren't getting
I
drinks.
was going
Never
to
mind.
do what we came here for.
Never mind. Continue, RaRa.
Upset about the house and upset about the ballroom and Seraphine, and I told him that if he stuck around the other day, I'd probably be in a bad mindset and it wouldn't be good. And I think he got upset with me about it, and I've been trying to patch it up. And I just keep making it worse.
Well, why was it worse now?
I'm not entirely sure. I thought we had, made some progress earlier, but I guess he's probably still pretty mad at me.
Okay. Well, you keep your head in your hands, and I'll be right back. And I walk up to the bar.
And that is where we will
Oh.
take our break for tonight, guys. So please go get your drinks, your snacks, your peas, your poops, whatever you need. And we will be back in 5-ish minutes. Do not leave that computer. Do not leave this screen.
Don't
Whatever
leave.
you're doing, we will be back momentarily.
Hey there, dipshits. It's me, Joey, a.k.a. Slooty Mage.
I'm Hunter, voice of Hunter Taylor.
And I'm Carter, Eagle Eagle. We're
Older and Dumber.
Every Friday, we drop wisdom, humor, and a whole lot of nonsense. You won't want to miss it.
Become a patron today for as low as $5 a month. Get early access to all our episodes and exclusive behind-the-scenes looks at all the things we're doing and May's super secret editing notes.
Shout out to all our awesome dipshits. Your support really helps keep this madness going.
Join the crew, be a dipshit. It's an exclusive club, and you're invited.
So, dipshits, mark your calendar every Friday for a dose of older and dumber craziness. See you there.
Fade to black! On my stand! Fade to black!
Hey everybody, and welcome back. We are here, and before we get into the action, we are going to need to hear a few words from our Joey.
So you all think you can watch Older and Dumber Coralthea and not be a sub? Do you like watching commercials? Are you a jackass? Use your Twitch Prime sub right now, or sub for $5.99, and you can watch commercial free and catch up on old episodes. Can't do that because you're a little baby ass back bitch? Go over to YouTube, catch up there. But you ain't gonna catch up live because you're 1 week behind. If you want more of our content, it's everywhere on the internet. Older, the letter N, dumber. That's Older, the letter N, dumber. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/older and dumber. As low as $5 a month. We put that all back into the podcast. And that's the bottom line. Because Joey said so.
And don't forget that if you're over on our YouTube too...
No, it's fine. It's fine. Move on. Nobody needs me anymore. Bring us back in.
Wow. Alright guys, we are back.
You can ring my bell. Ring my bell.
You can ring
Well
her
done.
bell.
Ring it, ring it, ring it, ring it. Alright. Last we left off, Kayth and Fizzi, you guys went up to the bar to find out some information while RaRa and Moss had a deep conversation at the table. Then, after that conversation, Moss got up and went to go to the counter. So before then, we'll go back in time a tiny bit. Kayth and Fizzi, you guys walk up to the counter and see one of the other bartenders. He looks over. Hey, what can I get you?
I was looking for some drinks and some information. If you've seen Red Eye Captain in here recently.
Sure, I can get you some drinks. What kind of drinks are you looking for? As for Red Eye, I ain't seen no hair of him.
Insight check.
Question is, do I believe him?
He said what he said, DM.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the question is insight check at this point.
Sure, you can make an insight check.
DM, may I also make an insight check?
You may also make an insight check.
Thank you, gracious DM. That's a 6.
Can I interest you in a 6? Kayth, he doesn't have any reason to lie, it seems like. Fizzi. You don't, like, entirely believe him. Seems to sort of try to skate around the question pretty quick.
Fizzi will slide him a gold. Are you sure about that?
Looks down at the gold. Picks it up. I might have seen Red Eye. I think he came in here about a night or so ago. Ordered a few drinks with some of his crew. And left shortly after.
Did they say anything about where they went? We just want a conversation, that's all. Save the man's life, so.
You saved his life?
I point to the badge!
I didn't know the Stormbreakers saved criminals as well.
I mean, he was being released from prison. He was an innocent man at that point.
I did hear that. Well, I will say, I don't know where they went, but he was talking about trying to find out who it was that saved him. I suppose if I see them again, I can tell them that it was you.
Be much
Send him my
appreciated.
way at the eye.
What?
Oh,
They didn't know where we do you think they're still they were here a few days ago, you said, right?
Yeah.
So it's a good chance they're probably shored up at the dock.
Maybe. I haven't seen Red Eye's ship in the docks at all. It's a pretty big ship. With the high tide, I'm sure he doesn't want to keep it here and have it get docked.
Yeah, if you see him again, you send him our way at the eye. We are leaving in 2 days if we don't find them first. But you can tell him it was us. Well, I was also wondering if another man was staying here. Hammond goes by the name of Hammond. Does some jobs
Name's
around
sort
town.
of familiar. Do you got more than just the name?
He is an adventurer type. He has spurs, a cowboy hat.
He's got spurs and a cowboy hat.
Kayth doesn't have
I
spurs.
totally know the guy.
He goes like this every time he walks, like an idiot. Ka-clink, 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 ka-clink.
I think I've seen the guy around, yeah. I believe he came into town yesterday, I think.
Is he staying here? And I'll put another gold piece down because I have more questions to keep asking. And I'll say, I have some more questions to keep asking. This is just,
Yeah, he's about
drinks
to be like, I can't really give away patron information. Sees the gold coin. Yeah, he's staying here.
Come on, Gary.
wow.
Has he met with anyone here, or just meals and drink?
He's mostly just gotten food and drink.
Did he have a package when he came back?
Not that I saw.
All right, and I'll put 1 more gold on the table. Can you tell me everything you know about these elven tourists? And if they're staying here?
I don't know much about any elven tourists. And they're not staying here that I know of.
Interesting. Well, you can keep that as a tip, and if you know, we're always fishing for hot gossip. And I walk
You don't know,
away
now you
from
know.
it.
I'll know who to go to if I find some.
Dude, this guy's way better than the Whisper. 3 gold.
Yeah, right.
He just said like yes, no, uh-huh.
He got
More
so
all
much
we
information.
More
needed.
cooperation than we've ever had.
Moss, you then walk up to the counter as Kayth and Fizzi are finishing up their conversation.
I'm not walking up next to them.
Never mind, you walk up to the counter and Kayth and
Go to
Fizzi
Marin.
are in their own thing. Okay, we go back to Moss. You go up to the counter and you're trying to talk with Marin?
Yep.
Marin will come over. Hey, Moss, what's going on? How can I help you?
Hi, Marin. I would like 1 drink, please.
Sure. You want some water?
Yes, of course.
All right. I figured that was something you'd like. Turns around,
Oh.
gets a cup, fills it with water, brings it back. Here you go.
Hey, why'd you say it like that?
Here you go.
No, before that.
Hand me a glass.
You didn't. Before that?
I thought you'd like water.
I figured that would be something you would like. Yeah, of course. Why'd you say it like that?
Oh, RaRa earlier tried to get me to make you something with alcohol, and so she would make you drink it. And I was like, she's not gonna like that.
Oh, ew. Yeah, I wouldn't have liked that.
I figured as much.
What's going on with you two? Since, we're talking about RaRa now.
Dude, seamless
mean-
conversationalist.
You brought her up, but okay.
You brought her up, actually.
I suppose you're getting smarter with your adventuring, huh, Moss? Or more clever.
I don't like how you just said smarter.
I meant to say clever! Moss, I don't really know, what's going on between me and RaRa.
Well, just to let you know, she's been in kind of a weird headspace lately, and she's kind of been taking it out on everyone, not just you. Did you know? You know how we used to have sleepovers and we shared a room here at the Sailor's Rest?
I had no idea you did sleepovers.
No, we did sleepovers. Come on,
Interesting.
pay attention.
My fault. I should have.
Yeah. It
Rara's
really
room had never needed like a redo.
Well, when we moved, I was scared that we would never have sleepovers again. So I made sure that we would have a shared door in between our rooms so we could use cup phones and or have sleepovers. And we were going to have a sleepover last night, and then she didn't. And I was really sad. So whatever's going on between you two, she's not doing it on purpose. Something's going on with her, and she could probably use all of her friends. And it's hard when someone treats us not how we would like to be treated, but it's kind of forgivable if they're going through something. And I know that she likes you. So, and if you didn't know that she likes you, she likes you. Anyway, thanks for the water. I'll see ya. And I walk away.
And he'll just let you walk away. Moss
So-
come.
I go back
the-
to the table.
Everybody's back at the table now.
So
Why
the
would
Carl
you
still
try and
got her-
order me alcohol?
I still got her head on her table with her hands over her head. I thought it'd be funny. Also, I wanted someone to drink with.
That's what the old
I-
people are here for.
Points at
If
the
they
old
were
people.
busy looking for the pirate.
Kayth, Fizzi.
So are we drinking into a stupor, or because we can do
Aren't
that?
we searching
We were-
for clues?
I mean, we started this night because we were bored. So I mean, RaRa, if the information we got is Red Eye was here, a few person who saved his life, and so I told them that they could send him our way. If they see him again, his boat I don't think is shored up at the dock because of the high tide. He doesn't want to be stuck here. So I were to guess he probably has somewhere around Tapas he's parked.
Parked.
Or they might have used a different ship, not his.
Or that. Hammond is staying here. He did not come back with a package. So if we want to break into his room, we could do that. And then the elven
That
tourists
feels
are
a
not
little bit
staying
like
here.
harassment.
Like, oh yeah, I completely agree. Breaking into someone's room, complete breach of trust and privacy. I agree.
It was me. I broke into
Um,
your room.
You were right with me in the library.
Oh yeah.
I broke into your room, Kayth. It was super easy. I ran away from home. You don't think I ever had to unlock any doors? I
And the
bashed my head
elfin
against the
tourist-
table and put my hands back over the back of my head.
And the elven tourists are not staying here, and aren't aware of them. So I'm, there's a few different options, or we could just get drunk and gamble.
I'm
But we could.
down for whatever.
That was convincing.
Well,
Well, I kind of want to die right
now.
now, so
We could have a drink here and then head out and see where the night takes us.
I'd like to go to the docks and see more about these elven tourists, and also see if Red Eye's.
Yeah, we gotta find Red Eye.
So that's where my next point would be. If that's the decision, we're find things.
RaRa like looks through two of her fingers over at Fizzi. You know that one drink that comes in the big barrel keg that's for like 10 people?
Yeah.
Do you want to order one of those?
Are we sharing or for each of us?
Well, one, yeah, for the table. It's for 10 people. There's only 4 of us, and Moss isn't going to drink any.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll be right back. Fizzi will go order one of those.
Okay. Fizzi, you go order one of those. And it will get brought to the table. You guys will have your barrel of alcohol. It's the same as like at a Dave and Buster's where they have that big tube of beer.
Yeah, like the beer tower.
Yeah, it's like a beer tower, but a beer barrel.
Fizzi will pour out 3 and hand one to RaRa and hand one to Kayth.
Okay.
Before Kayth and Fizzi finish theirs, RaRa's on her second.
Dang.
Healthy.
Healthy,
Mhm.
healthy.
Well,
Moss, are you sure you don't want to drink?
yeah, I'm sure.
That's
I don't
okay. I'll
think I
have
would.
yours. slide the glass over that they left from
I'm
all.
not sure
What?
this is the healthiest coping mechanism for how you're feeling. Okay.
I'm gonna say no one responds to that.
I mean, I agree with Moss.
Agree as well.
I put
So
down
do
my beer.
I down it.
Okay.
I stand up. I will grab the keg, and I will bring it back over to the counter. We don't need the rest of this.
I
If you
wasn't
wanna
done
give it
with
to
that.
anybody- If
Kayth.
anybody else wants to drink in the bar, they can drink from this until it's gone. So. Hunter's scrolling Facebook Marketplace right now.
He doesn't need to interact with this scene.
currently doing two things at once. My bad. I mean, people will look at your table and sure, they'll come over and drink some.
I brought it over to the bar, the bar, so it's not in RaRa's
Yeah,
reach.
Kayth took it from me. He
okay.
took the
Took it
promised
from
land
you.
away.
Yeah, people are like, all right. And they start get themselves some alcohol.
All right, Stormbreakers, we're off to the docks. Go.
Okay.
Hooray.
You guys are off to the docks, huh?
I don't say bye.
Neither does Marin.
Yeah, I knew he wouldn't.
All right, you guys will leave the Sailor's Rest and head for the docks. What exactly are we doing here at the docks as you guys make it there?
What exactly are we doing here at the docks, Cave?
I want to find more information about the elven tourists they're staying. I'd like some questions.
We'd like to find Red Eye.
Why is our new thing because we're Stormbreakers, we just harass people that sail into Tapas? Is that what Stormbreakers do?
No, I'd like to investigate curiosities. It's kind of a large group of elven people this far northeast is kind of interesting to me, given the fact that I'm elven. Did you ever think of that?
I don't need to think of that. It seems like harassment to me.
Finding people
Also,
for the first
we
time and
harassed
introducing ourselves.
a random man yesterday.
That was Moss.
And now you're harassing. Don't just deflect this to Moss. You're doing the same thing.
I'm trying to introduce myself to a large group of people of my same race that are here touristing. I would like to say hi to them. What?
Oh my. Okay. Go shuffle along. Go introduce yourself to the random people.
They're also going out in the middle of the water. I'm wondering what they're doing. I'm curious.
You're jealous, Kayth.
You're right. I'm jealous.
You think they're going to go to the island and look for Fabergé eggs, and they're not going to include you in their party.
Well, maybe that would be something exciting to do besides moping around the house. And I start looking at the
Are we
elves.
doing this right here, right now, guys? I think that we could probably wait.
Yeah.
What are we waiting for?
To not be outside, drunk, yelling at each other. Okay.
Go ahead. I'm going to listen to my friends and not insinuate that you're up to nefarious purposes.
I'm gonna go over to where the dock master is, harbor master, if they're still here.
You'll head to the harbor master's office, and you will see a sign that says closed. Seeing as it's probably about 11 o'clock, almost midnight.
Right. I'm gonna look for any. Then I'll turn around and I'll go through, look at the docked ships and see if there's any ships that look like they're active, like people are staying aboard.
All right. Roll me a luck.
A 1. Luck can go both ways. Luck can go both ways. Luck can
Yeah.
go both
Go the
ways.
other way.
You
Go the other way. Go
I'm
negative.
gonna go to 0. It's gonna be 0.
It's more than that.
No, it's not. You don't go negatives with luck.
Oh, you go negative, brother. I remember. I remember what Sam did. I remember when Rob did it. You go negative.
I remember. So lower than a 0.
Oh boy.
It's like a ghost
Direct
town.
voice.
There doesn't really seem to be
So-
anybody out here on the harbor. It's a ghost town, but it's kind of calming. As you hear the water sort of, splashing up against the top of the docks and sort of making its way onto the beach walk.
Well, I guess there's nothing here for us to investigate, given the fact that everybody went home because it's late. You still bored, Moss, or?
I was just going through some basics on the dock, but
I guess we should probably go home.
We could break into Hammond's room.
That's okay. I'm not really in the mood anymore. Kind of just want to go to sleep.
All right.
I'd want to break into that guy's room.
I was just offering option for the night.
Yeah, what if he's in there?
Trying
Yeah,
to
he
keep
kill
us
us
busy.
with his grizzled demeanor.
I doubt that man could kill us.
I don't know, man. Men are known to be killers, and Moz asked that guy if he kills, and he says he did.
I think I could take him.
Kayth, you literally say you can take everybody we come across.
Most of the time, I'm right.
You've never been right.
What?
Because you've never actually fought any of the guys. You just say you'll kill them.
All right, RaRa.
You guys head back to the eye then? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You all head back home, and it's a quiet abode, and you can make it to your respective rooms and head to bed if you'd like.
Yep, I'm just gonna
Hey.
go straight to my room and go to bed.
Wait,
Yeah.
I peek through the open door.
The peekaboo door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have your cup phones?
I pick up my cup phone off of the ground.
How
Yeah.
does this work?
Well, it should be long enough to reach your bed, so you have to go back in there, and then you pull it tight as you can, and then you talk into it, and I put it up to my ear, and I can hear you, and then I talk into it, and you put it up to your ear, and you can hear me.
I run and fall into my hammock.
Okay.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear
Pretty
me?
cool. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I don't know if I like this better than the pillow wall, but it's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, I was ready to set up the pillow wall yesterday when we said we were going to have a sleepover, but you decided against it.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I'll have bad memories of home, and I didn't really want to, like, when I left home, thought that was it. Thought I was just going to travel around,
Yeah.
Free to go wherever.
I mean, you still are free to go wherever. And we are still going wherever. And also, that woman down there has nothing to do with you or your home. And you kind of went unreasonably crazy at her. And you've been a little unreasonable with all of us as well. I get it, I guess. There are times when I've been a lot and unreasonable, and I've taken my emotions out on you guys and also nearly killed some of you, but so of course I get it, but it doesn't make it feel better. And you and Kayth are always arguing and raising your voices at each other these days, and you're also not really handling your emotions very well either. If you need some tips, I have a little rock that'll help.
Yeah, I can hear it from here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
It's a little loud.
Perfect level of volume.
RaRa rubs the scars on her knuckles.
But yeah, I think that whatever you're feeling is valid, of course, and we're all always here for you. You just have to let us be here for you instead of pushing us away. I'm actually kind of really tired, even though we didn't do much today, but I'm glad the cup phone works. Good night.
Good night.
Kayth and Fizzi, anything for the two of you as you go to bed?
I'm gonna knock on Fizzi's door.
Come in.
Okay.
I don't understand what I have to do for RaRa to not be an asshole to me.
I don't think she means it. I think that
I try to be a good friend. Sorry.
no, you're fine. I feel like it might have something to do with the person they hired for the ballroom. She doesn't like to talk about her past, and anytime that comes up, she always seems to get kind of this way. I don't think it's personal, Kayth. I think she's got a lot going on that we don't know about. Pearl has a lot.
We all have a lot going on that people don't know about.
Right, but you gotta remember, she's still young. She's still trying to figure all this out. You know, we've been here for a little while. We know better ways to deal with it. But she doesn't.
I am still learning too.
No, we all are. I'm not saying that we're not. But maybe...
Part of growing up is learning that treating people like that, not acceptable. And I'm sorry if I've been crass with her, but I literally have been trying since all of the stuff went down in the cave to be better and to try to open up to everybody and to try to trust. And it feels like it gets shut in my face over and over by her. Like, I go out and I'm trying to make sure her and Marin have alone time, and I try to make, because she wants to be around Marin, and she wanted to do this drink thing with him. So I was like, okay, I'll make space for that, and I'll make space, and I'll respect her space with Marin. So I'll make sure everybody is out of the house so that they can have their time. Fuck you, Kayth. I hate it here. I hate having a stable home with people that love me.
Well, maybe, tomorrow over breakfast, you could just ask her. Try not to do the thing. Like, I don't think that would go over well, but,
I ran away.
I've seen you do it better, Kayth, and I see it. I'm sure Boss sees it. And even though it doesn't seem like it, I do think that RaRa sees it. It's just, but there's a lot of, she's been triggered a lot by a lot of, I guess by, a lot that's been going on here with,
I left everything I knew, Fizzi. I abandoned my country, I abandoned everything that I took, and I ran. And I've been running ever since. And this is the first place that I felt that I could build something. And doesn't seem like she wants to be a part of it.
well, I know I definitely do, Kayth. And I know it doesn't seem like it, but again, I'm going to say it. I think that she does. I mean, she's, young enough. She's did she run away? I don't remember. She told me.
Away.
She ran away, yeah. So, I mean, she ran away too. Maybe you could, start trying to bond over that. Like, so it sounds weird, but obviously was both something that the both of you didn't like anymore. Wanted to start fresh, start new. I mean, I don't think that I ran away, but I definitely had to get out from under my parents' shadow. Trying to make a name for myself, not just, because of my name. It's tough. And they weren't around, but that's neither here nor there. I had my brothers. Just like she has all of us, and you have all of us.
Okay. I just wanted to vent. And I say thank you for
Anytime, okay? Anytime you need to vent or talk, I'm here.
Alright, I'm gonna go hunt down some elves. And I close the door.
Okay.
Because he's gonna come up to you like, wait, do you really want us to go out and do stuff?
I only need to sleep 4 hours.
Can you wait 2 before going to sleep and I'll join you?
Yeah.
Oh. This is gonna be fun. Good night. You'll shut the door. You'll just hear him jump into bed.
Wait, I'm so confused. What's happening?
So
It's gonna help you kill elves.
So
So-
Fizzi wants to sleep for 2 hours before you have to meditate for 4, because I think a long rest is 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're just getting a little nap.
No, he wants a full rest, but he wants you to wait 2 hours before you fall asleep.
So that way you can wake up and then I can wake up at the same time and we can go on an adventure.
Oh, okay. I'll do that. Sure.
All right.
Oh,
You all will go to bed. And I believe Fizzi and Kayth are waking up pretty early. Probably about the time RaRa usually gets up. RaRa, do you just wake up and do stretches in your room, or do you go to the ballroom? What's up?
Well, I have this fantastic space in my room that I set up specifically with the architect to do stretches. So
You are correct. All right. So you'll be in your room doing your stretches. And you'll hear a little like
I'll peek through. I'll peek through the
You'll hear a
peekaboo.
little pat and like a scratch on the peekaboo door.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna peek through the peekaboo door for Sable, and I'll come on, buddy.
Sable will come in and start doing stretches with you. Kayth and Fizzi, you
Had to
guys,
limber up.
you guys wake up early, and you both walk out of your bedroom at the same time.
Kayth, wait, before we go, Fizzi will scribble 2 notes and slip them, one under RaRa's door and one under Moss's door.
Okay.
We're not looking for elves. Be back soon.
Or I was
RaRa,
in some crazy ass yoga
Not
stretch.
for
Sees the
harassment
fucking note
purposes.
slip out of the door. Like
Yeah.
fucking walks over on her hands and unfolds it.
Like, yeah. You read what it says.
What does it say, Fizzy?
It says Kayth and Fizzi went out to look for elves, not for harassment purposes. Be back soon.
Oh my gosh, Sable, these guys are crazy. I walk back over and continue.
All right, Kayth and Fizzi, what's your guys' plan?
I want to go out into the nature areas, like outside this, like directly outside of Tapas, see if they're camped out, like directly outside of Tapas. Do like a perimeter around Tapas to see if there's signs of camping out.
All right, that'll probably take a couple hours. But yeah, the two of you could do that. Give me an investigation check with advantage, one of you.
Fizzy.
Absolutely, love to help. And roll. Dirty 20.
Yeah.
The two
Good.
of you will search the area outside of Tapas, around its city limits. Tapas is quite large, so it does take a couple of hours, probably 2 to 3 hours. But you do not find any sign of elven people camping outside of Tapas. You find some campsites, and some of them are just like guards and scouts and hunters of the Tapas guard, and you can see them, and it's quite early still, but you don't see any campsites with groups of elven people or signs of groups of elven people. In Kayth, you would know, because if they were a part of the Runesbach Empire, you would know what campsites like that look like, even campsites that have been broken down.
Well, I guess at the docks they might be. I mean, they're open at this point. It's early in the morning, but docks are.
Yeah, how long was the search, DM?
2 to 3 hours, so it's probably about 9 a.m. now.
Oh yeah, I've already gone through like morning beautifying prep, got moss up, make breakfast.
Okay, Fizzy, what are you doing?
We'll head to the docks.
Yeah.
You guys will make it there. What are we looking for to do here at the docks?
Is the dock masters in?
Yeah, the harbor
At this
master's
point?
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harbor master. Hello. I'm just looking to see if I can connect with some elves. I heard that some elves came through the other day looking for passage.
Yep, that's what we talked about yesterday.
Yeah. You don't happen to know where they were staying or anything?
It's not usually something I ask. So unfortunately, no,
Okay.
I'm not sure where they're staying. You could
Did
check
any of them
some of
give a
the-
name?
No, I didn't ask for a name at the time. They were asking for something. I said I didn't have it, and they said thank you.
Okay.
But I mean, you could check any of the other inns and taverns in the city.
Go check with Thor, brother.
Okay.
Who?
The
You know
fucking
what?
dwarf with the beautiful golden mane and no beard.
The one that was gonna give them transport?
Yeah.
Correct.
So we'll find. Yeah, I mean, while we're here, what sort of person we're talking to about the elves the other day?
Yeah, you see there's that dwarf currently on his ship getting ready to voyage out. Like Fizzy, you see him like untying and like getting things ready.
Doing
No,
chip.
we gotta go. He's getting ready to leave.
Make our way out there.
You do that. You are at the boat. It's currently untied, and ramp is out.
Hi.
He comes up over the side of the dock, and the hair flips back. Oi! I remember
I
you two
heard-
of you from yesterday. How can I help you?
When are you planning to ship out with your party?
Should be leaving here within the next hour.
Okay. Sets quick wait time to an hour.
Within the next hour.
Okay. Do you mind? I'm trying to just get in contact with your party that you're taking out. So do you mind if I wait here until they come?
It's a free city. I guess you can do whatever you want.
Where are you taking them? Did they give you any information?
He's like currently like trying to get stuff ready. He's like, getting ready to make it so the sails are on furl. And currently we're just headed out into the water. We're going to be out there for a few hours.
Okay. I'll just sort of thank you, and I'll toss him a gold.
It lands in the ship. I guess I'll pick that up later. He continues to like get stuff ready. You guys are just gonna sit and wait on the docks?
I'm gonna look out for anyone who Red Eye might be affiliated with.
Sure. All right, you guys will sit for a little while. Before I say what happens there, RaRa and Moss, what are you two doing?
I guess I've woken up and we're eating breakfast.
Breakfast.
We should hire a cook so we don't have to make our own breakfast. If we're gonna be here.
Yeah, I kind of thought Fizzi was our cook, but apparently he's out looking for elves, which nobody asked me if I wanted to go.
Well, did you want to go?
Not really, but no. Maybe. See what these elves are about.
You think they're in trouble?
Or maybe they are trouble.
PM, you know what? Fizzi would probably let Kayth do the elf thing on his own. If he doesn't see anything related to Red Eye, he'd probably head back to the Eye until Kayth gets back from the water.
How long would you wait before leaving Kayth to his own devices?
Probably 20, 30 minutes.
20 to 30 minutes. All right.
Guess if this is our house, we should probably plan a housewarming party. That's a thing, right?
Yeah, I said the same thing.
You see,
You don't really seem like the party
Ben comes
type of
upstairs and hears you say that, and he's like, "Oh, I love parties. Aren't you guys leaving tomorrow, though?"
Well, it wouldn't be tomorrow.
Yeah, it'd be today.
Oh, it's quite short notice.
You think?
Oh, I mean, I've been to my fair share of parties. Usually they're planned a little bit more than a day. Or
Yeah, Moss. My
hours.
mom used to take like 3 or 4 weeks to plan a party minimum.
3 or 4 weeks sounds dramatic.
Yeah,
I
she
look
was
at
pretty
Ven.
fucking dramatic.
How long does it take to typically plan a party?
I don't know, maybe like a week or maybe
A week
3
is
days.
so long. I feel like you just invite the people you want to come. You have or make food, and then it's done. It's a party.
I'm not telling you how to plan a party. I just. Oh,
Ben-
did you hear that? I've got to go.
No, hold on. Do you want some bacon? There's extra bacon.
Oh, I would love some actually.
Yeah, sit down. Join the table.
Ven will sit with you guys. Now back to the docks. The two of you sit there and wait a little while. Fizzi, you give it about 20 to 30 minutes. It's probably been about 30-ish minutes. And you go to get up and probably tell Kayth you're going to leave. But then at that moment, Kayth, you look down the docks and you see a group of about 8 people walking down the docks towards the ship you guys are at. Fizzi, you would see Kayth sort of react to this and either sit back down and wait or also just look and watch those people as they come down. As they get closer, they all seem to be wearing like different robes and hooded robes, and they do seem to be elves, at least most of them. Not all of them, but most of them seem to be elves. And they get probably about 40, 60 feet from the boat when you guys hear the sailor, the captain of the ship, yell out, "Hey everyone, are we ready for a good day on the sea?" And they're sort of like, they're like, yeah, you know, they nod their heads. And you'll hear an older voice sort of yell out, "Yes, I believe we'll have a good day here out on the waters indeed." And Kayth, the voice sounds familiar.
They're going to this fucking island. There's so many artifacts on this.
As the group makes their way towards the ship, you guys are sort of watching them, and some of them start getting on the boat, and you notice the voice that just yelled out, that's about to start heading up the ramp. You're pretty sure that's Varric.
Who the fuck is that?
What's a Varric?
Fizzi, I would say Kayth is probably noticeably anxious or bothered in some way at the moment.
Fizzi will sit back down. Am I able to tell which one? Like when he...
What person made him anxious? Probably not.
Yeah.
Just that these people have made him anxious or worried.
Gotcha. So, anything you want to tell me? I haven't seen you like this.
That man. I'll psychically connect to Fizzi.
For how many hours?
That.
Sorry.
5.
Nice.
Let's go.
Continue.
That man is part of my squad. Back when I was excavating digs for the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
So we have about 60 seconds to see whether or not we're going to be in a fight or not. Because last time I saw him, I abandoned him in an abandoned ruin after finding out what they were doing.
Ah. Well.
Ching. 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 Ching.
Is he
wearing spurs?
Our big buddy.
This motherfucker wearing spurs.
Walking down the dock towards the ship, you see Hammond. He gets close to the ship. Howdy, y'all. I believe one of you is Varric. And you'll see Varric go over the side of the ship. Yes, that is me. Are you Mr. Graves? Yep, that's me. And Varric will look towards some of the other of his party and look down. Well, Mr. Graves, I believe we won't be needing you today. But continue to stay in town, and we will let you know when your services are needed. All right. Sounds good to me. I'm getting paid either way. And
DM.
ching, cha-ching, cha-ching, as he walks away.
DM, while this conversation is happening, Kayth is gonna try to away into a boat or somewhere to hide. Like, there's boats docked, right? So he's gonna try to hide while this conversation is distracting Varric.
I mean, there's
Find
like
some
stuff on
crates
the
and
there's some
barrels.
crates and barrels you could jump behind. I don't think you need to go jump in a boat.
All right. So
But you could give me a
want me to roll?
Do you tell Fizzi that you're about to hide?
Yeah. And I'll add my psionic die on that just in case.
Fizzi, Kayth is like, hide, hide.
Oh, shit.
Also, where's Obi?
Fizzy just runs in a circle on the dock.
No. I'll say Fizzy. If you want to try to find information about him, I'm going to hide because I don't want him to, if possible, to know I'm here yet.
So that's Fizzi.
All right, I guess I feel like it would be profiling if I went up and asked, "Why are y'all so far up north?"
I would say just like curiosity of like what they're. Kayth is feeding him questions, basically. Like, I'm just curious what it's high tide.
Don't
What
see
where are
many.
you guys going?
Don't see many knife ears up this way. What are you doing?
Kayth dives and jumps behind some stuff to hide, and then in your head you're just like, you hear him be like, go figure some stuff out. Don't tell him I'm here.
Oh
Sure.
Lord!
Eric, is your name, sir?
So there's some of the elves are starting like bringing some stuff on, and some of them turn to hear you yell out his name, and Varric will come to the edge of the boat, look down at you.
Does Varric still have his scar?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, DM. What do I see?
you see a man.
Describe this man.
Describe this
Describe
man.
this man.
All right, give me a second.
He's an elf. He's got a scar. It's somewhere on his body.
It is an elven man. So you see before you, standing, on the edge of the boat, you see a very tall, very old elven man, and Kayth is old, and this man is.
This guy's like 700.
He's got like white and gray hair.
Mhm.
He doesn't have a beard, but his hair sort of like, it comes down, but is ponytailed in the back. And he's very much like a scholarly type. And you'll notice he has a scar that goes from like his right temple all the way down across to like his left chin. And
you all arrange this guy, huh?
And he'll come over to the edge of the boat, and he'll look down, and you see him take his hand up and sort of grab his chin. You see all these different rings on his fingers. Yes, my name is Varric. And who would you be?
Fizziwick, sir, with the Stormbreakers.
Fizziwick with the Stormbreakers. I believe I've heard the name the Stormbreakers since coming into the city. What can I help you with, hero?
Well, I was perchance wondering if you, in your, many years of travel, would know anything about these oddly high tides? I know that there's high and low, but I haven't seen these in my years here.
And how
Perhaps
many
you
years have you been here?
Well, I've been here 95.
You've lived in Tapas for 95 years.
Oh no, sir. On this planet. I'm originally from Seabreeze. But
Well then,
in all my times of
Mr.
sailing for those years, I've never seen it.
Well then, Mr. Fizziwick, I believe you have as much information about these high tides as I do, seeing as I am not from Tapas.
How big is the boat, DM? While I'm hiding back here, how big is the boat that they've chartered?
It's a pretty big boat. I'd say it's probably like a 15 to 20 person boat.
So there's room for a stowaway, you say?
Could be. Joey's gone.
We lost Joey. I'm gonna try to look for a way to stow away on this boat while this conversation is happening, and hopefully people are distracted.
I'm gonna need a stealth check, my friend.
Alright. Oh, that was so close to a natural 20. I'm also gonna add a side die on that, just in case. 26.
Fizzy. You know, as you're talking to Varric sort of has this sort of wandering eyes as he looks up and down the dock while you're talking to him. Wow. Kayth, I would say you could make it out of your little hiding spot and get closer to the ship and probably climb aboard. I would say you still need to find a place to hide.
A barrel.
But, just get in a barrel.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Fizzi sees you get on the boat. Probably not. But Fizzi, you're still talking to him. The last thing you said was about the high
Fizzi.
tides.
Fizzi, I'm on the boat.
What?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Sorry, DM, I said that in my brain. I'm sorry.
I need to find out what they're doing here. I need to. The last time Varric was up to something, he was sent by Nasir to fucking wipe out half of the furbolgs. I mean, he didn't probably know it himself, but I need to know.
All right, one sec. I can just type that in something else. Nasir.
That's Nasir.
So psychically, well, shit. Now I gotta find a boat to make sure he doesn't kill you.
I could take him.
Fuck. Hey.
Mr. Fizziwick, if there isn't anything more you need, I do believe we're supposed to be heading off.
No, yes, absolutely. Sorry to hold you up if I did. Please be safe out there.
No problem. And have yourself a wonderful day as well.
Thank you.
And he will turn around and do stuff to get ready for shipping out.
As soon as he turns around, I'm like, so he can loud enough so that Obi can hear me, but not him. I'll be like, all right, we need to get back to the Sailor's Rest now. And like, I want to. Would it be possible to like climb onto Obi and have him run?
I mean,
He's so fucking slow, man.
He moves 40 feet.
Yeah, he's faster than Fizzi.
Yeah. He moves 40 feet.
Slow.
Fizzi,
Where
if
do you
you
want to go?
if
You
you
want to
want-
go to the Sailor's Rest, or did you want to
Yeah,
go
no,
home?
like I don't even. We can find Red Eye later. Like,
Did you wanted to go home to the Eye or Sailor's Rest?
first, yeah, sorry, the Eye. Wow, that was like muscle memory. Obi, we gotta go to the Eye
look at
now.
that. Joey's back. Obi. You'll jump on Obi, and it's like, dung, 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 as you make your way back. RaRa and Moss, I assume you guys have finished your breakfast and such. What were you about to go do?
I don't know.
We're gonna
eat
head
breakfast?
towards the docks because they left us a note.
They did leave us a note.
Well, I think very advantageously, as you guys are getting ready to leave, I think Fizzi and Obi smashed through the front door of the Eye.
Oh, hi. We were just coming to find you guys.
Oh,
You
yeah,
didn't
no,
even
we.
ask if I... Oh,
Sorry, we need to go now. Like now,
Why?
now.
What's
We need to get.
going
We need to
on?
find a boat. Kayth snuck onto one of the Elven ships, and one of the guys on there named Varric, who apparently was sent by this person Nasir to kill a bunch of Furbolg. Well, Kayth ran away from him and like trapped him somewhere, and yeah, now he's alone with him.
that was so much information. The boat took off already?
Wait, Kayth snuck onto a boat with somebody?
Yeah, somebody from his past, and he's 90%, well, 50-50 that he might try to kill him. That Varric might try to kill Kayth.
Let's go.
Come on.
All right. You guys start heading towards the docks. Fizzi's still riding Obi, I think.
We all climb on Obi.
Probably not.
Oh, I wonder if I can upgrade Obi to have like a transportation mode.
I have a 42.
Transforce. Go, 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 go.
Yeah, right?
And I have a fast flying speed, so.
I believe you all would be able to get there pretty speedily. But you guys will hurriedly run towards the harbor. I need all of you to make, let's call it, just roll dexterity. Actually, athletics if you'd like. But if essentially an athletics check with your using your dex.
So an acrobatics check is what you're asking for?
No, because people could be skilled in athletics.
Do you want me or Obi to roll?
Obi, of course.
I'm confused. So I shouldn't have rolled athletics?
You're good.
No, that's fine. What's your...
Use
you're
your
fine.
dex mod.
You're fine.
What? So what is it? Athletics?
Yeah, just roll athletics.
Just roll dex? Okay.
F you fucking guys.
Fine. Fuck.
Dex or athletics? Dex or athletics? Okay, that's good.
Nice. That's pretty
Good job, Obi.
Nice job. RaRa. Okay. Nice. Okay. Yeah, you guys are getting there pretty quick. Moss is like fucking taking huge strides, just shoom, shoom, shoom.
I'm imagining those kids getting in my fucking way during the boat race. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are running, and you're running along the boardwalk, and you can see a ship that is currently leaving the docks. And you guys will make it to like the beginning of the docks and see it just passing the last portion of the dock port here.
Okay, I'm looking for the first any manned vessel. It could be a fishing
I'll take an
boat.
unmanned
It could
vessel.
be
I
a
can
tourist.
sail.
Oh, Fizzi can sail. It can be unmanned.
Looking for any boat is what you're saying.
I'm looking for a boat.
Well, there's boats here.
Cool.
We're gonna hop in the
me-
I
boat.
give
look at
Obi
Fizzi.
a D100, Moss.
Okay.
I
So
look
you're
at
rolling your
Fizzi
luck.
as we're running towards the end of the docks.
Uh-huh.
Is it that one?
I think so.
Do I have to add my luck modifier?
You don't have to.
Nice.
You win D&D.
My luck score is 17. I kind of want to keep it at 69 and let fates
Yeah, no,
decide.
you win D&D if
Yeah.
you leave it.
Yeah.
So let's finish the last thing. RaRa, he says, yeah, he thinks that's
I think so. I'll describe to RaRa what they were wearing, the robes, and I will make sure that RaRa knows to look for one with a scar that goes from here to here. If you see him, that's the right boat.
I leap off the end of the dock and fly to the boat.
Fly to the boat?
Yeah.
All right, boats go pretty quick, but we are in the harbor, so they have to go slower because they don't want to make a wake, and it's high tide. So I'd say RaRa could get pretty close to it. During that time, Moss, you look and you just target a ship in front of you. You see one. You actually see you see a man who just left it after he put a crate in it, and that it's probably a small person, but it's actually probably around the same boat you guys took in session 1. So it's a small vessel. But he puts a crate down and then leaves the boat, and you see it, nobody's on it, and you point it out.
Fizzi, that's the one. Let's go.
I'm gonna guess that Obi has to stay
He's
at the
not
dock.
getting on this boat.
Fizzi? Can you hear me
Yes.
still?
What was it? What did you say, Fizzi?
Kayth?
I mean,
So psychically to Kayth, yeah, where did you hide? I think RaRa's coming to try to find the boat.
I'm in a barrel. I was just trying to figure out what they were doing.
Leaving, bitch.
Would there be a... You know what? Obi, wait here.
Obi stays on the dock and waits, and you guys start getting the boat going. The boat will start pulling out from the dock, and you see a man running up. Hey! Take my boat, please!
Hey,
It's the only thing I have left!
Hey, we'll bring
It's
it right
okay,
back!
We're gonna bring it back. We're just
We're the
gonna use it for a
Stormbreakers!
second.
He goes, oh, not you guys again!
Did we take his boat before?
You look back, and you're like, wait a minute. And then you guys look, and you guys smell this awful rancid smell.
No
And it's
way.
coming
Does that man
from-
have one arm?
It's coming from a box. As you guys are
Open the
pulling away.
Fabergé Eggman.
There's a Fabergé egg in that box.
No way!
We're definitely not bringing this boat back.
What? He hits the ground. He's just fucking crying.
Can Obi turn to wave goodbye and knock him into the water?
Bye. Oh.
Uncurse that egg?
Huh?
He can at any time he wants.
Hell.
I am going to uncurse that egg.
We're taking it.
You know what? Every time I load into D&D, I'm like, magical tinkering uses. Oh yeah, stinky egg.
Well,
We're
the
taking this egg.
egg is no longer stinky, and you
I
guys
put it-
start pulling out from the dock, and you take the egg.
I'll just leave it in the box for now, just in case someone tries to steal from me.
Someone
RaRa,
tries to steal from me.
RaRa, you will be probably about 60 feet from the boat. And
I want
you
to come in under the deck line and try to climb up and slip under the tarp on a lifeboat or something. I don't know where Kayth is. I don't know what's going on. He's on the boat, so I should probably be here.
Give me a stealth check.
I believe in you.
Oh!
Yeah, so RaRa, you see the boat, you get really low, start gliding across the water, and then you see a lifeboat and you sort of pick yourself up really fast, and you'll grab onto it, sneak in under the tarp, and you are now in one of the lifeboats, hiding under the tarp and moving with the ship.
It's not in here by any chance, is he?
Kayth is not in there.
God damn it. Fuck, Kayth. Supposed to go see Fizzi's family. What are you doing?
I assume that's a stage whisper. or in your head.
I'm just talking to myself.
You other two are leaving the docks and heading towards that ship. It's gonna be a little bit before you make it to it, but I'm gonna need a ship roll from Fizzi.
I can do it.
There should be a
Aquatic vehicles.
there should be a water vehicle check you can make.
I can do it.
In your tools and proficiency.
Moz is
Yeah.
standing. Moz is like, hey, I can do
I
that.
can do this.
Fizzi's like, no, I got it. And you're like, what can I even hit out here? It's empty.
What am I rolling with, DM? Anything? Just normal roll?
What's it say you can roll with when you click on it?
I have the normal, advantage,
pick the
disadvantage,
attribute.
thrice, or super.
Super.
Oh, I mean, you're gonna roll a normal roll.
Okay.
Let him roll super.
We didn't roll.
That
Thing.
just
What's the
rolls
point of
twice.
that?
Hold on a second.
Is it in your inventory?
It's water vehicles. It should just be. Hold on a second. Let me see.
I think you just choose what the roll is, and he's proficient in it. The skill, like what skill you want.
Yeah, tools are usually pick
Like
a skill and
strength, wisdom,
Yeah.
intelligence, and then he just adds his
All right.
proficiency.
Fizzi, you can roll. So roll a d20. Do plus your proficiency, so +3, and then you're gonna use.
wisdom, intelligence.
Intelligence.
I mean, I would like to say intelligence. I don't see why not. Yeah, so 4 + 3, so 4. So d20 + 7.
Oh my God, inner monologue. Inner monologue.
Natural one's not great, so yeah, if you want to give me an inner monologue, that would be a perfect time to do so.
Oh, shit. He's out doing Kayth things again. He might... I don't want him to die. Now we gotta go save his ass from this Barrett guy. He says he can take him, but we all know that's a lie. Why am I rhyming? Maybe it's just perfect timing.
I think we should kill him.
What else, Fizzi? Why else do you want to help Kayth?
Why do you care about?
Why is this?
Sounds like we
Kayth
care
wants
about him or something. God damn it, Kayth.
Why is it so important? Why do you care about Kayth?
Because he's like family. He's like family to me now. I almost feel like he's I almost feel like he's Sparkplug.
Less tricks.
Yeah. With much less explosions.
All right, I'll give you a reroll.
That's a lot better.
That's much better.
I was gonna scream if it was a 1 again. I would have just closed. I would have just Alt F4. I'm out.
It'd be fate. All right. Yeah, you guys are sailing out. You're heading towards the boat. And it's now a race to the edge of the harbor. And to catch up. And that is where we'll end tonight's session of Coralthea, Waking Fates.